Lock on us, Sierra 1-4.
Oh, yeah, they fired one. I see it way over there. Heading 325.
I have about 80 freaking beeps going off right now. Both engines out. Sierra 1-4 is just going down. Damn.
Oh no.
Going for the eject, going for the eject. Eject out, eject out.
Flared out.
As I've been on this journey of trying way more games in VR since having pretty much stuck to just a few for so long, I've been beyond thankful when the developers of a game actually get me creator access to do some content, which is thankfully often the case because I'm a poor YouTuber with a ton of kids.
I'm poor, I am.
Yeah, you are.
But in all seriousness, giving me access to a game doesn't always mean I'll even post it to the channel, let alone talk of it highly. But today, I almost wish the sponsor for the video was also the game itself, just so I could rant about it even longer. But it's not. So stick around till later on, where we have something pretty cool to look at from today's sponsor. But right now, I just have to say, before I explode, that VTOL VR is officially the thing I was missing out on most. And for anyone who can't jump in this, like right now, after watching this video, of course, I am so sorry, like beyond sorry. I know how it is to find a game that makes you drool, only to be stuck watching content over it for weeks or months before you could get your hands on it, or most commonly in this case, the platform to play it on. But experiences like this are literally the definition of what VR is headed towards. This game leaves me with so much of the reality part of virtual reality that it's kind of hard to even take in.
Oh god. There's so many buttons, dude. What the hell? Oh, please tell me there's a menu with controls.
For starters, just don't even try to skip the tutorials, because you're just going to be sitting there in the seat of an aircraft that you have absolutely zero clue how to even start the engines on. Yeah, sure, you might find the battery, but unless you're some kind of airplane fanatic, I doubt you will know about the APU system or whatever it's called that keeps the battery charged while the engines are turned on, or basically anything else that it takes to take off or land in one of these things. It's kind of ridiculous. The training alone took me the better part of 2 hours to really get familiar with the aircraft I was even training on, which in the end only prepared me for about maybe half of what I would need to know in order to operate in an actual fleet situation on the multiplayer. And yeah, I said multiplayer, because this game has what I would say probably the #1 multiplayer experience I've had personally. And this has a lot to do with my fascination with flight growing up and how this game has managed to really capture that feeling in a way I honestly didn't know was quite possible yet.
Wait, so I can't just land? I have to get it clearance? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, pretty much.
Okay, I have not been getting clearance. How do I do this?
Go to your comms menu, find the aircraft carrier, press reverse.
Juliet 1-1, tower, copy. Fly heading
Wow.
158.
Wow.
Expect
I had
runway
no idea. Thank you.
08.
Everybody's been casually leaving that part out so far that I've been asking.
One thing I did find actually easy, which I've always heard from my friends who fly in real life, is that the flying part itself isn't actually difficult. Landing is the hardest part, which I expected, but let me tell you firsthand that the hardest thing for me was all the damn instrumentation, and for those not savvy, that's all of those screens, or even the big massive digital screen in some aircraft that allow you to operate things like radar, GPS, nav, weapons, comms, game menus, spectator cams, and quite a bit more. I mean, the options are just seriously extensive. But the first thing that really took me for a loop was the fact that I would take off from an aircraft carrier like 30 nautical miles offshore, meet land, and had the capability to use my undercarriage camera tracking system to zoom in on the objective as clear as day when it was still 20 plus miles away, just like a real fighter jet operates. Now, of course, you have to be in range with your missiles to even fire them effectively, but all that stuff you learn in training, along with just playing in sessions with other people.
Yeah, I think I missed my opportunity. Is there a reverse here?
You can just go do a like 180-degree turn around. Canopy.
016 canopy going down. Thank you for that. That helped a lot. Wow, it's a lot quieter now. Holy crap, I probably would have just missed that. Whew.
Your shield's already up, I think, so you can go full throttle now.
Here we go, baby.
Nice.
Hey!
Great job, buddy.
I'm not a ship as a flyer, but we'll see. Roger that. Waypoints here, so 016.
I know that some of you might not be able to relate to this one as much, especially if you're younger, but I remember playing Star Fox almost to an unhealthy degree when I was younger. I always thought games like this were just way ahead of their time for where we were in technology, or at least I remember thinking, how is this possible at some point of those moments? And while I'm beginning to be less and less surprised at what gems I am finding through my journey in VR, it's games like this that are always going to leave me with that same how is this possible feeling every time. And I'm 100% going to take this game a bit more serious than I should. I already know it. And some of you might not know this, but I am also quite serious about doing my part to make sure that anything I bring on as a sponsor for this channel has value. And not from just a monetary standpoint, but most importantly to all of you. And I can't imagine that any of you VR enthusiasts are against some really solid, uniquely designed Beat Saber wands from ZOG. Now, I know there has been quite a bit of them out there, but these ones stuck out to me pretty hardcore, mainly due to the actual metallic screw mechanism that is, of course, simple in design, but extremely effective. Being in sound engineering and doing music gigs for years, it's designs like these, if done right, that hold well for a long time. And of course, I waited until I had this in my hands so I could see for myself, but after putting it through the ringer, my suspicions were correct. This is going to be my go-to for its lightweight and amazing grip, because contrary to popular belief, more weight on your wrists or hands while playing Beat Saber is a really bad idea for your shoulders. So yeah, take care of those shoulders. You're not getting any younger. Hope to see you all in the air someday, and who knows, maybe we can have a VTOL VR party in the Discord in the future. That's a hint that there's a Discord below. I don't do this often, so yeah, go for it. Bye.